Hello YouTube, this is Carrie and I am back. Yay, the deed is done. I've been back home for about a week and a half now. Before then I was in Thailand until the beginning of September, and then I was at my mom's house for about a month following that so I could recover, and Lord did I need it. I'm sorry for disappearing so long, but I am definitely going to explain it in this video. Basically, the reason why I disappeared for so long is because the surgery, emotionally, feeling amazing. Everything's going great. I'm super happy with the results, and it's definitely helped my anxiety levels to go down, and I already feel so much more comfortable in my own skin. On the negative side, though, the physical part of it, this surgery is no joke. It will kick your butt in terms of taking your energy away, and just recovery is really hard. You know, basically when I went into surgery, I was expecting an initial dose of pain. I was expecting to feel strong pain and to have to tough it out for a few days because it was going to be difficult. That part I was expecting, which is funny because that part pretty much didn't happen. I maybe had pain that was about a 6 or a 7 out of 10 for like half a day in the surgery recovery center, and then by the time I got back to the hotel it was down to about like a 4 or a 5, and that's the worst that it ever got. But the recovery, God, it's so grueling. Here I am 2 months later, and I'm still at like maybe 50% energy compared to where I was at before surgery, you know? I mean, this is no joke. This is a major, major surgery. I mean, think about it. They're reorganizing the part of your body with the most blood vessels, the most sensitivity. It'll knock you flat. Like, it took me probably 2 weeks after surgery before I could even leave the hotel for like half an hour, and that's all I had in me. I have done maybe about a day and a half back to work before I discovered that I had other forms to fill out and I wasn't supposed to be back there yet, but my manager scheduled me anyway, so that was kind of a debacle. But now I'm waiting for Dr. Chedowitz's office to fill the forms out and send them back. But during those days of work, I maybe had about 3 to 4 hours of work in me before I just started feeling wiped out and really just needed to get back home and lay down. And basically that's about the most that I can do right now. I'm still very, very limited in my ability to get out of bed and walk and sit and just do normal life stuff. If it's a work day, work's all I have the energy for. So, I mean, I've just been eating all of my meals at the employee cafeteria. I don't have the energy to cook. I don't have the energy to do anything else. And if I'm at home, maybe I have about, you know, it's like I'm not encumbered when I walk and do stuff, but it just, being up for a long time takes a lot of energy out of me. And because I have to do a bunch of special stuff, I have to sit on this decorative butt donut, Chedowitt Plastic Surgery Center. I have another one that I'm sitting on. I got 2 because obviously walking into work with something that said the name of my surgeon, probably not a good idea, considering that that'd immediately tell everyone what procedure I had. So I got a nondescript one from Amazon.com for work. But I mean, that adds hassle. The fact that I have to, dilation is kind of a hamper on my schedule because I have to do it for 2.5 hours every single day, no matter what. And I mean, it just dominates your life during the first couple of months. And unfortunately, it's going to stay that way because I've been having a hard time keeping up with the dilation schedule because apparently my downstairs bits don't want to be very stretchy, so I am still, like, Dr. Chadwick gives you 5 dilators, a 0 dilator, and then 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 is the biggest. I'm still stuck on the number 2. I'm supposed to be on the number 3 by now, but I've been using the number 2 for a couple weeks. I actually had to back off from it because things were getting too sore. Once I got back to America, I had a urinary tract infection. Yippee. Had a lot of pain, a lot of discharge. The international flight, God, that was awful. I took pain pills, so the flight itself wasn't painful, but then as soon as I got back to my mom's house in Tampa, it just knocked me flat. I mean, all of a sudden pain went up, swelling went up, discharge went up, and it was so bad that I had to get it checked out by the doctor, had to go back on antibiotics, and yeah, it was not a fun week when I first came back. So, it's pretty much just what this video is talking about, is just how grueling surgery recovery is and how I was seriously not expecting it to take this long and still be at like half energy. And I mean, God, I was even considering only taking 6 weeks off from work because I wasn't sure if I was going to get FMLA or not. I wouldn't have made it. I'm serious. Like, at the 6-week mark, I could still barely get out of bed and go to a sports bar to watch, you know, a game with my mom. That's like all the energy I had in me was to go to a restaurant and sit for 2 hours. So yeah, like, surgery ain't no joke. This takes a hell of a lot out of you. And so I do apologize for not making a video for so long. Basically, I did make a couple of videos in Thailand before surgery. After surgery, I only really got the chance to make one. And then that was just it. And it was a combination of me being tired, and making a video requires me setting up the camera, sitting on the butt donut for however long I need to sit to record it. Plus, my mom was working on her promotion packet for work, so there was only about a 1 hour per day window where I could even make videos because I had to be quiet so that she would have, you know, mental focus to work on her work stuff. And that persisted once we got back to Tampa. And throw on top of that my mom wanting to do stuff, I had to come down for meals. You know, she wanted me to watch sports with her a lot, and just, it was really hard to get me time to record a YouTube video. So I do apologize for taking so long, and hopefully I didn't worry anybody, but I am now back at home, back on my own schedule, and I finally have the... Making YouTube videos for me takes a lot of mental space because I have to think about what I'm going to say, I have to get the inspiration to make the videos, and that tends to happen more freely when I'm at home just with my own thinking space. So now that I'm back home, I expect that I'm going to resume a more normal routine of making videos, and what you can expect over the next couple weeks is for me to upload my backlog of videos that I did make in Thailand. I made a video of the entire trip from Cleveland to Bangkok by plane. I did a video of our hotel room showing off exactly what everything looks like there at the Vertical Suites. I did a video talking about my own mental preparation for surgery and what I was thinking about and excited about and scared about, etc. And then I did, right before I got picked up to go to the surgeon's office, I did a video with my mom where she got to talk about her fears and everything. And then once I got back, and then my mom recorded a video of me at Chadwick's recovery center, so I'm going to upload that. And then I personally recorded one video about a week after getting the packing removed, where I talked about what my mental state was like immediately after that, early on. And then after that, I was just wiped out. I didn't touch the camera until now. So I am going to talk about, I journaled through the entire process, so I am going to talk about how everything went and exactly what it felt like mentally to go through it. But unfortunately, it's not going to be exactly what I planned. You know me, I like to do videos as things are happening so that my viewers can kind of go through it with me. I'm sorry I didn't have the energy to do that this time, so unfortunately you're just going to have to settle with me talking about it 2 months later based on what I wrote. But we are going to get to that, and thanks for being patient, everybody. I am officially back now, and I do have good news too. This is another reason why I was kind of low on time, is because right before I went to Thailand, I had a date for the first time in almost 4 years. And basically, I went back to Cleveland's trans family group for the first time in a long time. I kind of hadn't been going because Cleveland is a bit of a drive for me now, and I worked on the weekends, so it was really tough to get the schedules to line up. But there was one weekend where I had Saturday off, and it was the same weekend that trans family was on, so I went, and one of the trans guys there apparently, he said he was like looking at me the whole time and getting hearts in his eyes and stuff, and so he asked if we could go on a date, and we've been on 2 dates now, and he's kind of super excitable, so, you know, he was talking to me constantly on Facebook Messenger while we were in Thailand, so yeah, he's been distracting me too, but again, I will start making videos again and talking about all this. Don't worry, you'll get your content. All right, look forward to it, and it's good to be back. And as much as I'm still kind of in pain and dealing with maxi pads everywhere because of discharge and other fun stuff, I lost my train of thought there, whatever. Anyway, I'll see everybody in the next video. Bye.